Okay. There is this thing that says, okay, remember the door code? A3856. But there's no numpad here. You guys, could you figure out where the numpad is? It must be somewhere. I feel like I walked right to the stage. No, left. It's left to the stage. There must be a door somewhere with a numpad. Any chance? Please. I'm already late. Like, I'm not kidding. Anybody on their way yet? It's like 3A. Ah, wait. I need to find. Ah, there you are. Thank you guys. Ay, ay, ay.
Of our Most Creative Gaming Award. I'm glad I can be here. I hope you're glad as well. Like that I'm here, finally, and that you guys can be here as well. Okay. So this is the 8th Creative Gaming Award Festival. Welcome. Glad you could make it. We have like 1 hour to celebrate the Creative Gaming Award, and I'm really glad that we can do this. And this year there are 5 nominees, and yeah, in this show, as we've done it 8 times before, we will kind of celebrate creative gaming and of course all the games that have been nominees and all the games in the room here and where like in all our spaces where you could try and play them and are usually still playing. So this is today's the day, and I guess we will start with getting the 3 organizers onto the stage and ask them some questions. Sophie, Matt, Joe, come. There you go. Shock! Hi, you guys. How do you feel?
A little bit nervous, as always.
Yeah, me as well. I was locked in a room back there. Did you see?
We're so sorry.
This was actually quite fun, though. So, I have a few questions for you. Fee, what does the most creative gaming mean in general?
Yeah, so the Most Creative Game Award is pretty unique because what we want to honor is not necessarily the creativity of game devs, but it's always there. But what we actually want to honor is if players can get creative in the games, inside the boundaries of the games, or if they can maybe break the boundaries by design, which is also always pretty cool.
And Joe, where did you get this trophy that you're talking about?
Yes, I can show you the trophies.
So it's actually here?
It's actually here. This time, yes, it is. And it kind of felt like the apprentice of an alchemist because I mixed together a lot of stuff and
This
a
is
lot of
actually really
love
good.
and a lot of magic happened.
It even changes color. Congratulations, it looks pretty. It really does. So this is an actual trophy that people get, right?
Yeah, a long time in the making.
Yes, this is for the Most Creative Game Award.
Yes.
And we
Then
also
there's
have-
another one, right?
Yes, the Audience Award.
Does it come in this cute box too?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Welcome to our unboxing video.
I love it. It's part of internet culture now.
Yes. So it is a bit different because you know magic always is a
Yeah,
little bit complicated.
it's fidgety, as you would say, but still very pretty. Well done. They evolve over the years. So Matt, what's special this year?
Oh god, we have so many specials. So usually we have a live Let's Play just before the show, but we had that yesterday already. So we thought we give the creators some more space to actually talk about what they are doing, why they are doing it, because all those games are special like this. So that's pretty new.
Yeah, I remember. There used to be a time when we could do it live, but sadly, no. Luckily, we can talk to the nominees this year a little more. I really like that part.
Yeah.
So
Also,
there's more.
yes, so you probably noticed during the Audience Award you had to choose between different colors, and I don't know what that means, but we'll find out later.
Hopefully, you will find out. We'll figure it out. Nice. I'm excited for that part of the plan. You said that we will be having more time for the nominees, right?
Yeah.
Do we want to get them on stage already?
Oh yes.
Oh yes, the excitement is unbeatable. There's one representative for every game, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So I need Mathilde for Odada. I need Niklas for Passepartout 2. Two, sorry. I need Jedediah for Last One Standing. I feel like it's on screen somewhere. And then there is Michael for Webbing Journey and Tom for Ecosystem, right? Awesome. This is nice. You guys have your microphones?
Yep.
Hello. Work?
Hello. Yes.
Awesome. So I think we'll take it one person at a time. Please describe who you are and what your game is and why you make them. Sorry, this is just for Matilda, would you begin? Yeah, it's not because I love you, I adore you, right? But still. All right, okay. Who are you? What's your game? And why do you make games?
I'm Mathilde. I am here for Odada, which is a music game. I'm not alone here in the audience. It's actually Bastian, who is our audio programmer for our Odada.
Hi.
And we have more team members as well. There's Sven, who is basically the inventor of the Odada world, and Annika, our marketing manager. She's also from Hamburg. So if you're watching, hello, thanks for everything. I am here now as the sound designer of the game. And I make games because I think I love everything sound, but I think the magical moment is when you yourself cause something to make a sound. That is a really satisfying feeling.
Yeah, I remember biting in a bell pepper.
Yeah. I know you were satisfied making sounds with a bell pepper. So yeah, that is why. I have some answers written down for some questions that Sven told me. So I'm trying my best to
we'll figure
be
it
a
out.
different person.
You don't need to be, but we'll figure it out.
Okay,
So there
thank
you
you.
go. Yeah, please, who are you? Who's your team? What's the game? Go ahead.
My name is Niklas. I'm here for Flamebait Games. And it's just me here because we come from Sweden and it's quite far away. So,
But you're still here. Thank you for still coming, though.
of course, it's really nice to be here. But Passepartout 2 is basically the sequel to the first Passepartout game, in which you paint your own art pieces and you try to sell them to a bunch of cute little miniature wooden puppet characters. I make games, I guess, because it's, for me, the most creative outlet that I've found thus far. I think since it's really the only or like the most interactive media that exists, you can like actually create an experience for someone in a way that is really difficult with non-interactive medias, I think. So that's why.
Makes sense. Cool. Thank you. And then let's go to the screens. Jedediah, who are you and why do you make games?
Yeah, so I'm a game director. I make, let's say, traditional video games. And next to that, with Hummingbird Interactive, we make more immersive things that are always somewhere in between digital and live. So that is what Last One Standing is. And we've just premiered a live VR show this week, which is also a reason why I'm not there in Hamburg, unfortunately. Why do I make games? I think most importantly for me is storytelling. And I like being able to guide the audience through a story and then learn themselves after I've guided them. Games in the broadest sense of possible to do that and have that amazing balance of guiding the storyline, but also giving the player, the reader, the audience. You know.
I feel like, unfortunately, there was something lost in lagging, but I'm not sure how much. Maybe we can, like, because the connection was a little bad, maybe you could repeat that answer because I didn't quite catch all of it, Jedediah. If that be possible, thank you.
Sure, no problem at all. Where should I pick up? Well, about game making. So I make things that.
Again, this is a curse. Now she's gone, like, the whole way. Oh no. Yeah, I feel like
It's about telling stories and what's in.
All right, maybe you can write that answer down and I will read it out loud somehow. This is little, yeah.
I don't know what's happening with the connection. I'm sorry about that.
It's fine. We can't do much about it, but still, thank you. I got the part where you said that it's about telling stories, and I think that's a pretty good point why most of the people are making games, right? So thank you so much. Then, Michael, who are you and why are you making games?
Hi, I'm Michael from Feierliche Games. We are an Austrian game studio, and we're here for a webbing journey. A game where you play as a cute little spider in a physics environment and help your human roommates with their daily chores. And why do I or we make games? I think it's the satisfaction that comes when we get together, have some cool ideas and make a plan, follow it through, and when all the parts come together to a bigger thing that is really amazing. And that is what I love about making games. And learning constantly and getting better at our craft.
That's a pretty good answer, thank you. And last but not least, Tom, would you introduce yourself and also tell us a little bit about why you're making games?
Sure. Hi, I'm Tom Johnson, and I made Ecosystem, which is a software toy where you sort of play with evolution. The idea is kind of like you take all these creatures that have sort of like random DNA for random bodies and random brains, and you kind of throw them in the water, and most of them just kind of flail around a little bit, but some of them might happen to move by coincidence a little bit. And if you let those have children, then after maybe 10 generations or so, you have something that can really swim. And after another 10, you have things that can seek the water or seek out food and interact with each other. So it's like you're sort of cultivating this little world, basically. And I think what I like about games, I like the fact that I can kind of take some concept like evolution and just sort of like explore it and not necessarily even know what answers it's going to give me in the process of making it. And then I can even kind of reproduce that experience for the player so that they are also just as surprised as I was when I designed it.
That sounds nice. Thank you. Of course, I would like to know, since you've been nominated, Matilda, what do you think makes a game a good creative game?
Okay, let me check notes.
You're fine. I have notes as well.
What did Sven say? Okay, do I have the right page? Maybe. So, I wrote down some stuff that I don't find. Oh, I find it now. Okay. So, Sven's opinion is...
I really would like to know who the Sven person is now.
He said that if the player can leave a personal mark on a game and it feels good to interact with, and I totally agree with those points. My personal take would also be that it needs to be a good balance of a set of limitations that then offers tons of possibilities to explore, such as in Minecraft where you only have like blocks, but then endless possibilities of doing something with blocks. So stuff like that is what makes a really good creative experience, I think.
So was sound that thing where you all agreed on that it's the most creative aspect, or was it you who pushed that?
I think it was me who pushed that idea. I pitched that, yeah. But also because music making, it's such a big market, like instruments and synthesizers, and we were like, but that's also a game. Like you press a key and it makes a sound, and that is so satisfying in itself. Why would, like in games where you press a button and something makes an animation, there has to be some potential there. So yeah.
Yeah, I see that. And Niklas, where is your creative part in the game that makes it worth to be a nominated one in the Most Creative Gaming Award?
I think a game requires like the tools that you can use to create some sort of artifact. I think that and that artifact can be almost anything. Like it can be a house in The Sims, or it can be a song in Odada, for example. But it's I think if you create something in a game and it looks or like feels or sounds kind of the same as a different player would, I think that's like maybe the creative tools for the player aren't sufficient. I think then maybe it's a different type of experience and a good one probably, but it's maybe not letting the creativity for the player flow in the same way that maybe some games do.
So participation is a big one.
Yes, or like the creation of some sort of artifact or like a piece of the thing, something. And
Yeah.
it can be almost anything, I
Yeah,
think.
that makes sense. Jedediah, let's try again. Maybe we can get the connection to be better for us. What do you feel like, since you and your team has been nominated, what do you feel like does a game need in order to be a creative game?
I think for me, it's about surprise. It's about surprising yourself as a maker when you're developing something. And it's also about, I think, surprising the audience without confusing them. That would be my definition. So make it clear for them what they need to do, but surprise them with what they can do. For me, that is definitely creativity in games.
Yeah, that makes sense. Michael, how do you feel a game has to, what kind of creative character a game needs in order to engage the player in a creative manner?
I think in our case, it's the open possibilities that people can do, and I think it's the creativity of the players that they can use our tools that we provide them, like web building. We have 3 different web building modes, and then we also teach the players how to use them. And we also can attach webs to the body, so then they can find their own solutions to some of the quests, or even make their own goals and follow them through and make things in the game that we didn't anticipate and we didn't know it's even possible.
Yeah, makes sense as well. Tom, how do you feel? How do you feel about the question that you've now heard 4 times?
I think that there are probably different ways to do it depending on what kind of game you have in mind. Because the ecosystem is more like a software toy kind of game, it was sort of felt like I had this core genetic algorithm that can generate these kinds of life forms and situations. But what I felt like was I needed to provide tools for the player to interact with it, sort of like levers they could use to shift things in one direction or another and see what happens. Because of course evolution on itself doesn't really need you to do anything. So it was all about giving ways like protecting individuals or species that you like, or removing ones you don't, or sculpting the terrain that sort of lets you feel like you're cultivating this little world that is also kind of doing its own thing. So it gives you a little bit of feedback. It makes some changes in respect to how you change things. So you're steering things, but you're also kind of along for the ride, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah. I can feel for that, since like you have to find some kind of hook to get into, and like this hook. Has there been like any challenges with making a game creative and participating? Matilda, do you care to elaborate on that?
Yeah, so Adada was intended to be done within 1 year, and it's been 4 years.
Oops.
We're still updating the game. But yeah, I think one of the biggest challenges is to be scared of not being enough, and to keep the players engaged for a longer time, especially like Oda is a very toy-like game, and I think with many creative games, there is the danger of people trying it and are like, oh, okay, I know how this works now. I've seen it all. Goodbye. But to keep players engaged, and there needs to be some sort of maybe progression or like elements of surprises when you replay it. And for me, that, for example, as a sound designer, that meant creating tons and tons of sound variations. So lots of instruments, so that if you dislike maybe 10 instruments, there are still 20 others you could try out. So it meant like generating tons of content, and also looking for ways how we can progress, so that the next playthrough feels like it still offers something new, even though you already know what it's about. So that was a big challenge for us, and it took a long time.
I can imagine. So those 4 years were actually worth it.
That's for everyone else to decide.
Oh, I see. There has to be a decision made.
No, I think it was the fact that people are creative with the game and are sharing their songs on Discord, and they actually all sound different, which surprises me. I'm like, you can do this with Adada? What? So yeah, I think it was worth spending that time.
Yeah, I can imagine. Niklas, what have your challenges been in incorporating this creativity into your game?
I think this ties in a little bit to what Matilda said, but I think, at least for me and at Flamebait, I think one of the biggest things we've struggled with is incorporating a challenge for the player, because I think one of the big things that drives people to keep playing is that there is always a challenge that they feel like they can overcome. And I think that a challenge usually requires some sort of criteria for you to succeed with it, which like goes in direct conflict with creativity, which requires no criteria. Like, you need to be able to make whatever. So how do you determine when whatever is successful? You know, it's like you can either have creativity or a challenge. So usually creative games are less challenging than less creative games. And I think that's something that we've spent a lot of time having headaches about at Flamebait.
Okay, I figure you kind of found a way to...
Maybe.
Maybe. I see.
Depends on who you ask, I think.
Okay, good. Yeah, well, usually does. Jedediah, how has it been with you? What was like the challenge in incorporating a creative aspect into your game?
in this company, we're sort of the odd one out with Last One Standing because we are partly a live experience. And I think that has obviously been the main challenge because Last One Standing, although it's partly digital, it has to be experienced in a specific location. So we program it at festivals, for instance, and it's an experience that is for one person at a time, which a lot of games are as well, but you can play those at home at your computer, and we can actually really only have one person at a time playing this. So that's been a lot of logistic challenges that we've had to take. I think in terms of the creativity that you want to give to your audience, your players. For us, for Last One Standing, the balance is between making the audience feel secure to have the conversation that they want to have, do what they want to do in the space that they're in, ask the questions that they want to ask, and then at the end connect with others, because at the end of Last One Standing you write something in something that we call the mailbox of solace, which is the digital part, and when you get home you can connect with the stories of other people who've also written something down there, just like what I just heard about the music being shared. I think especially sharing that and trying to get people to feel that they own what they have experienced and they can share that with others. That's been a big challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense, especially if you have like people there. People are chaotic. I can imagine that those borders are actually a pretty good thing to have. Michael, what have your challenges been?
Yeah, for us the game design was really hard because our character as a spider has very little limitations. And first we wanted to go as a puzzle platformer, which did not go well because the spider could go anywhere and designing puzzles is almost impossible. And it took us some time to change our perspective on that. And now we focus more on those two things I said before, giving the players tool to express their creativity and teaching the players how to use these tools.
Makes sense. So, Tom, you've heard that question now 4 times again. Would you care to elaborate on the challenges that you faced with the creative aspect of your game?
Yeah, sure. So I think I ran into everything that everyone else ran into. The one thing I would maybe add is that I sometimes felt like if your game doesn't sort of fit into a pre-existing kind of genre, you also sort of have this disadvantage that when you run into a design problem, you might be the only person who's ever run into this specific problem. So like sometimes I would run into design questions where I was just thinking like, how do I do this? Is this even possible? And I would feel like, you know, if only I was making something normal, then there would just be a standard answer that I would already know from all the other games I'd played. And so even coming up with just like a core gameplay loop for an evolution game was not obvious, and I'm not sure I did it as well as I could have. Or like if a player influences a species evolution, then it's like, how long do they have to wait to see that impact of what they did, you know? So there are always sorts of questions like that, like when it comes to behaviors, what in detail do I expect to see this fish swimming around actually do? And of course, on a technical level, it's also just harder to debug a game when you're deliberately allowing any possible situation to occur. If you had a different kind of game where you just had like levels and a character that moves and attacks, then you have a much more simple set of things that you need to worry about, possible scenarios that could come up.
Yeah, that sounds quite scary. As a developer myself, I know what debugging is like, but I don't do games, so kudos to you guys. So thank you so much for your time and your answers. This has been quite fun. And as you would say in German, I'm pressing my thumbs for you. And I really hope that one of you guys is lucky enough, I'm pretty sure, but still. Thank you so much for your time, and see you later.
Thank you.
Oh, you're
Thank you.
welcome. Yeah. Just put them down, exactly. All right. So, do you guys feel up for a challenge? Like in the audience, I'm actually looking at you. Thank you. This helps because the next thing is a little mini game. And it's about this envelope that I have here. And it contains the winner, actually. So I'm not supposed to read it. One of you is supposed to read it, which is actually pretty cool. And we'll figure it out as follows. When the audience has voted, and hopefully you guys voted. Did you vote for a game out there? Did you? I see thumbs, like more thumbs. That helps, thank you. There have been 4 colors, right? Who voted with red stickers? I see 2 people. Now fight for who's going to come up stage. Since one is the camera kid, would you mind coming up stage, please? One applause for the brave gentleman. Then there was blue. Who chose blue? Nobody? No, I can't. Oh, over there, I see one finger. There's another one. Okay, I won't let you fight. You have to talk it out yourselves. But I feel like there's a very eager one. Come up. You can come up. We'll take you. One applause, please. Then the green stickers. Anyone remember green stickers? Don't be shy. Well, green is the bestest color. Okay, Joe, you can come up here. Thank you. Careful? Yeah. And then the last one is orange. Anybody chose with orange colors? None. I mean, I can also just volunteer. Not sure. We'll see. Wait. No, you don't. You don't have to. You will hold like if everything goes well, you'll hold the golden envelope that I have here. But in order for you guys to be able to read out loud who's won, the audience needs to participate again. There's just been like handed out balls. And those balls should then therefore be thrown. For each color that hits like the baskets, like you have to, yeah, you will have to actually, oh, thank you. I will make it easy and just not move. But anyways, you'll have to throw at each color. So the red one is this. Then the blue one is there. There is green over there. And I'll be taking the orange one. And for the person that has caught the most balls, in their bucket, will be able to read the golden ticket here. And then, yeah, that person can actually open up and read out loud who won. That's kind of exciting, isn't it? We've never done this before. Yeah, for me as well. I'm stuck to this chair. So there we go. Okay. Do we have music for this? I feel like I need music in order to take this bucket and let people throw stuff at me. I'm looking at the tech team. Okay. I guess 1, 2, 3, go. Are there any balls left? Help! Oh, thank you. Oh, this is a lot. No, there's no sharing. What? I didn't know we could do this. Is this against or with the rules? Thank you for throwing stuff at us. Give yourself a round of applause, please. This was the most exciting thing they ever put me through, I can tell you that. Yeah, well.
Oh, this is not working. This is working, yes. So I just spawned here. Okay, before we read that, we actually want to see like who are the top 3 nominees of the Audience Award, right? Yes.
Yeah, we probably should.
Okay, let's show them.
Oh, thank you, Matt. I thought the trailers were just like popping up now. Those are the nominees. Awesome. Wait, let me put this down. Yeah, maybe we should. Do we just like, yeah, we will, wait. I'll put this here. And then we can just like take one out and let them fall. And if I have to stop first. All right, 1. You do 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't have any anymore. 10. Hey! All right. So you will read this, right? Okay. You can do it. It's fine. There you go. This is the envelope. Could you do like a drum thing on your?
Are you ready? With 13 votes for Team Blue. I have to start I have to read the complete thing? Yeah. Fine. Play-24 Audience Award. Before we start, here are some fun facts.
I love this already.
I know why I should start there. Okay, fine. Team Orange seemed to have a knack for the games created by our young play members. That's me. So not only, but yeah, you know what I mean. Yay! In brackets, please clap. That worked pretty well. Okay, Team Blue voted for the games in the core exhibition. I'm sorry, I'm a student still. Woohoo! Okay, for the top 3 most favorite games of the audience, 71 votes came from Team Orange. Maybe we just do like clap once, like a one clap, because that's we don't have time. We are all old, we're about to die, so we don't have time. Also you. Okay, 61 votes were given by Team Blue.
once. Team Green contributed 45 votes. Thank you. And Team Red was very shy with only 37 votes. Thanks. But who made it in the end? With 13 votes from Team Blue, 19 votes from Team Green, 19 votes from Team Orange, and 23 votes from Team Red, making up 74 votes in total. Drum roll. The Audience Award of Play-24 goes to Lumi Drop Games with Light Fight! Julian, Sören, please come up here.
Well done. I feel like I'm out of a job now. There you go, guys, your award. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to ask you to introduce yourself and maybe tell us a little bit about your game.
Yeah, I'm Julian, and we are both Games Master students from HRW Hamburg. And our game is like a mix of battleships and scissor rock paper. And yeah, it's fun because you don't see the other side of a LED Säule? Pillar. LED pillar. Yeah. And we had a lot of fun with the players here on Play. It was very nice.
Hello, I'm Sören, the other half of the team behind the game. Yeah, it's really unexpected. We didn't think we have so much Publikum vote here. Yeah, thank you on the audience for all the voices and points we got. It's a great experience being here. Please try our game out if you have the time. We are still behind the curtains here, yeah. Thank you very much.
Well deserved, well done. Enjoy your award, and thank you for developing this game. Awesome. Done. Well done. Please, you're released. Well, that was awesome. I think that was the first time that I actually had people from the votes of the community award here. Last year was one as well. With the I remember that was awesome as well. Yeah, that's yeah. Go ahead. Sorry for that payback. All right, but the award, like the audience award, is just one part of the most creative game award, because like for the nominees that we just saw, there's actually a jury sitting down. I remember when I started, like the first time I came in contact with this festival was through exactly that award. And I remember having intense discussions about all of this. And I'm glad that I will not have to do this again. But I think that I can like sit here with you and do the moderation. That's the best part. But I remember it being a lot of fun, especially being so critical, with still being so in awe of what those developers and nominees have done. So I would very much like to introduce the jury to you, which I can see sitting right there already staring at me. Farid, Helen, Mona, and Sebastian, as well as Smoliv, have been part of this. And I feel like you can join me on stage now. Hi. You'll have to stand. I get to sit. Okay, behind you, there should be microphones. Like 2 at least. And you will have to switch around. I'll give you mine as well, maybe. I don't know yet. That makes sense, right? Okay, so from Helen on, would you explain to us who you are, what your background in gaming is that qualifies you to be part of this very, very awesome jury for this gaming award? Go ahead.
Sure. Hi, I'm Helen. I'm a project manager at Game City Hamburg, and that entails funding of local games, getting in touch with a lot of different parts of the games industry, and just, being on top of it all, what's happening currently in the games industry. And of course that qualifies me, but also I'm a lifelong gamer. I think one of my very first memories is playing Super Mario on like an old school brick Game Boy, and then forgetting that Game Boy at a hotel, and it was terrible because it belonged to my brother, but still such a fun memory.
Ja, hi, ich bin Mona, ich bin Game Designerin aus Berlin. Ich habe zuletzt bei Paint Bucket Games gearbeitet. Wir haben auch ein Spiel hier, The Darkest Files. Genau, ich bin jetzt mittlerweile seit bald 10 Jahren in der Games-Branche. Ja, und freue mich hier zu sein.
Hey, I'm Sebastian. I'm part of Studio Places. We are 4 of us. Karina is sitting in the audience. And we're doing games as well. We are working with children and we empower them to create their own content, and we put it into the games, and maybe some of you have seen us already in some exhibitions in Hamburg. Yeah, that's me.
Yes, my name is Farid Müller. I'm a member of the State Parliament here in Hamburg. And I support for a long time the games industry here in the city, and especially Play for long years. And it's nice to be a part of it in this year.
Thank you, guys. I can imagine that it wasn't easy. I mean, you had to play all these awesome games, and then you had to get together, and then you had to talk about how awesome these games were. Dreadful. Such a burden, right? So what was your discussion like? And was it hard to actually decide on one game? You can choose amongst yourself who wants to say something.
It was definitely a hard decision. I feel like we discussed for quite a while. We did, in the end, had a majority for one title, but it was definitely a close race.
Yeah, honestly, such a pleasure to have such a difficult discussion because all the entries were just so great. I mean, would have been a shame if it was too easy.
So it's that easy. So you just had a great discussion. Were there any things where you were going head to head? Because I remember when I was in a jury that there were 2 games where we actually discussed a lot. Was any challenge there at all in your discussion? I see. So yeah, there were. That's nice. Because as Helen said, that actually means that you guys had something to talk about. But in the end, as Mona said, you agreed on one. Awesome. Well, I'm excited. And now this says definition. I feel like I'm now leaving. And you guys have to do this by yourselves. Helen, can I give you a little lead on that?
So of course we were given a definition beforehand. This award is for games that allow a great expression of freedom and creativity, but I want to do this award the greatest honor and actually read the official definition, if that's okay with you. So, the Most Creative Game Award honors games and playful media works from around the world that give players the opportunity to interact creatively within the game. Let's have a look at the nominees.
The diversity of life on Earth is staggering. A world of real animals living in software. A network of neurons adjust the shape of creatures' bodies and how they swim. Everything is part of a system.
Hi, I'm Tom Johnson, and I'm the developer of Ecosystem, which is a software toy where you play with evolution and life. Thank you for considering my game for inclusion in the Creative Gaming Awards this year. It's an honor to be included next to so many other great games.
In Odada, you experiment with musical machines. Save your memories onto a cassette.
Hello from Berlin, I'm Sven.
Hello from Hamburg, Mathilde here. Hi, this is Annika.
Hey there, I'm Bastian.
We just wanted to say
Thank you for nominating Odada.
Hi, my name is Niklas, and I'm one of the developers of Possible 2, The Lost Artist. I fondly remember the exhibition of Possible 1 at the Play Festival back in 2017, and the wall full of art next to the computer. So it feels great to be back in Hamburg, and we're very honored to be nominated for the Most Creative Game Award. Thank you.
Hi, thanks for nominating us for the Most Creative Game Award. We are Fire Totem Games, the team behind A Webbing Journey, the game where you can be the most creative as a spider. Build webs, have fun, and help your human roommates with their chores.
Nice! Hello? What's your name? Have you ever felt better by sharing something? I was the only one who survived.
Hello everyone, this is Yeditja from Hummingbird Interactive.
We make immersive productions that move between digital and live, game and playfulness, and that aim to provoke genuine conversations. So for that reason, we're very happy to be part of the Play Festival this year, especially with the theme that you're having. Also, big shout out to the German game industry. I've been lucky enough to work with multiple German companies over the last couple of years, and you rock.
Well, as a jury, we are truly honored to choose a winner from such outstanding selection of nominees. Each of the 5 titles brought unique and imaginative approaches and showcases the extraordinary creative games can offer to players.
In A Webbing Journey, we solved puzzles through intuitive and inventive web spinning mechanics and wreaked havoc as adorable little spiders. Ecosystem invited us to explore endless combinations of underwater creatures and proved to be a true aquatic sandbox, while Passepartout 2, and I love saying that name, it's such a challenge but so fun, gave us a blank canvas to unleash our inner artists. Odada brought the nostalgia of analog mixtapes to life, encouraging playful musical creativity. And finally, Last One Standing tackled themes of isolation, loneliness, and empathy in a powerful and unique interactive experience. We're not done.
So each nominee is exceptionally deserving of recognition, but one title stood out for us above all. This year's winner impressed us with its remarkable blend of creative freedom, innovative design, and carefully crafted presentation. Its original concept is matched by a thoughtful execution and filled with love in every detail of the design. The game's strong aesthetics, the smooth and intuitive UX, and the seamless technical integration create a heartfelt experience where creative expression is truly fun, rewarding, and a delight to explore. This playful experience invites gamers and non-gamers alike to explore their creative instincts and inspires new creations with every single step.
Yes, we are proud to announce the winners of this year's Most Creative Game Awards are Annika Kurz, Bastian Klausdorff, Mathilde Hoffmann, and Sven Ahlgrim with Odada.
In Auditor, you experiment with musical machines. Save your memories onto a cassette.
Congratulations, and thank you to the jury for making this choice. Would you like to say some words, maybe?
No.
Well, we'd like to really thank the people selecting all the games. Like, it's been like so many really cool games, and all of them we really want to play. Like, I wished all of them already, and like to the jury to making this tough decision. And we're really, really honored to be selected and to actually winning the award. And yeah, thanks to everyone else, like making the organizers of the event, Nina for the moderation. It has been like a pleasure to be here, and we are very delighted. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I didn't write down any notes on this question, so I agree on everything Bastian said. Thank you all so much. I love Play. Play means a lot to me. I was with Nina on the jury 5 years ago, and it was insane to have to make a decision. So being here on the stage now is like, I have no words except for thank you all for Play, for being amazing and being part of my life, but also for the other contenders, for everybody making games, for creativity to be celebrated. Love you all.
I mean, this is your applause, so bathe in it. Well done. Then you're released as well. You guys can sit down again. Thank you. Yeah, you can go. I mean, you can also stay up here with me. All right. So this is already it. You guys, but there's one more thing, I know. There's like a piece of paper there. And it's said to be folded into a paper plane. I'm already afraid of what's coming now. Why am I being thrown stuff at? And then it says, you should throw them to the stage. So if you've done so, you can now throw your paper planes onto the stage. Oh, well, some made it. Maybe we can get the others as well, because now, since we're at the end part of this, I feel hit. All right, so now that we're at the end part of this, I would very much like to get the whole team again on stage that has been organizing this wonderful award, working with everyone, and then we'll read what you've guys now thrown at me, I guess. So please, team, come to the stage. Go ahead, don't be shy. Ja, Fee, Matt. We even get music now. Someone from the tech team. Where is Andy? You guys have to get here as well because we still want to make a picture. I feel like the jury can come as well. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we can start reading out your favorite play moments. This one says chatting with so many amazing people, and yeah, I agree with that. I also had that. The awards, like you.
Here we have, it's in German. Didn't you see that all this is in English? But fine. I didn't know how to translate this, Charade bei Unfair Play, die Show. Whatever this is in English, but okay.
I have one, seeing all the different people connect. And Alistair's clown show. Invite him again. Yeah, definitely.
And to have conversations with all the cool people here.
Okay, I got another unfair play show and young play. Woo!
So Marcel says the entire festival and the crew.
Here I have the school workshops. Yeah.
We've got the people, indie games, the decoration, and I love pink.
Reconnecting with my favorite people who I haven't seen in years. And also the game, it says it here, I keep forgetting the name. And I think they've drawn the multiplayer game there, Pico, something like that, Pico Park.
All right, it says meeting lovely people. I can atone to that. That's a pretty good part. Anybody else? There's more.
First I have a blank piece of paper. Thank you for that. Okay. First we have Play Couch Talk. The game's Little Guardsmen are like that too. And a wearing journey. And meet and connect with a lot of nice people. There's a mistake, a spelling mistake. 12.
Level 12 in Shotgun King. Good game.
And to continue the Pico Park streak, we've got playing Pico Park with my friends.
There's one more. All right, go ahead.
I think we had this already, but one more unfair play show.
Awesome. Thank you for all your opinions. That's really nice. And then I feel like we've got to be more people. Scooch over a little bit, please, so that we can get all on stage. Yeah, nobody should stand behind me, please. Yeah. All right. So look at these people because they're very much responsible for all of this. And if you have the time and still power to clap once more, because we're now done and this is the last part, the last view. And now I feel like we can party. So go party, you guys.